And I'll be honest with you, I look forward to that one. And as I said, the two ways we could do it. We could do it on the executive or we could do it on the Pod Pro, depending on if somebody wants to do it more in a casual or they want to do it more you know, comfortably on the sofa. So I'm just glad that I give those options to people to do. Or like this one, I love this one right there. One-on-one really dialogue. Cool. Like it's really my favorite because it's like, obviously I got the idea a little bit from Stephen Bartlett, you know, when he does. So I used to have a bigger table, but I was like, nah, we're not going to have a huge table in here.
No, this is really nice.
This is perfect the way it is. But this dialogue, because the beauty is you're really engaging with your guests. So there's actually a science to it. So there's something that's happening, but then when you now match it with good editing, you are putting out a product that would ordinarily cost you an absolute fortune to do.
Yeah.
But here you can tap into that, hack into that, and actually use it as a way to present your products and to promote your business. And
I think that sound and vision is much easier to understand than reading an email.
Anything else, absolutely. Because I will tell you this, Helen, even on Spotify now, the majority of podcasts are transitioning to video. So they add audio, but they now also add video. So anybody that doesn't add a video element to their podcast will be lacking behind. Because everyone is now switching. They're adding video to Spotify. And I'm sure that soon, if they're not already doing it on Apple, they're going to do it on Apple. They're going to do it on every other platform. Because if you don't, you're just going to lag behind.
And talk to me about if you do, what's that streaming platform called?
Twitch.
No.
StreamYard.
You know what all the kids are down with?
StreamYard.
No, the little... TikTok.
Talk
to me about TikTok.
So TikTok, you can really, in the longer form content, you can chop it up and go put it on TikTok.
Yes.
When you record the voiceovers, again, you can make it in a way where you really enhance your voice. So even if you've done...
So interestingly then, I've been watching, because I'm going to climb Kilimanjaro in June. And I've been looking at TikTok. So can you just put in the search thing at the top, don't you?
Yeah.
People who climb Kilimanjaro. And then you can see them and you can see what kit they're using and, you know, all the little tips and hints that they give you.
Yeah.
And they do the video and then they, like loads of them do this, the over the top. Voiceover. And I just think that is one of the things that could be brilliant for you.
There are people that do
like selling stuff,
right?
You know, like doing like products and all that kind of stuff. The proper voiceovers would be brilliant.
There are people that do voiceovers where they're an actor, 5 people by themselves.
Yeah.
So because
they do. They're
tech,
brilliant. Yes.
We've got the tech here. You can be listening to yourself, speaking to yourself, and doing all these antics that they do, but in high quality res audio.
Yes.
So then you do the audio and you go add the visuals later, or you can do the visuals and then just come and dub the audio over it. But then your content then is going to be set apart from everybody else. Because I've heard the people that do it and I'm like, this thing's good, but the content is disappointing.
Yeah.
Or I've seen people do interviews. The room looks great. The thing, but then it's just not there. And I'm like, it's not well presented because I am a bit of a snob when it comes to...
Well, you can tell because your kit's so amazing.
Yeah, so it's like, it's important. And sometimes it is important to trust a professional to do it, which is why we're talking about... Paul, the photographer. I've got cameras in here.
Yes.
But I didn't take my cameras and think I can do Paul's job. So
no, his photographs are beautiful.
Yes, I need him to do the job. So you have to trust the professionals. It's like you accommodating me in this beautiful office space. I couldn't have done it myself. You're the professional. I came to you and you did an amazing job. So in each field, I think professionals are really, but you're telling the Pilates, is it Pilates lady?
Yeah, Leanne,
Yeah, I've been so occupied with this. That's why I haven't been engaged. But I think once things settle and I have a routine, I want to get back into shape.
Well, you have to have your gym induction first.
I want to get myself back into shape. So I'll be very interested in that because again, I realize there's certain elements where I'll just be slacking. But if a professional is involved, it changes the whole ball game.
Of course.
You know?
And you know, that's what we're all about here. Every business in here is very professional.
There you go.
But
I've noticed
they are very human.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's and really likable.
Yes.
You know, they're really amiable people.
Yeah,
we all say, really nice people.
Absolutely. It's like respectful of each other. I think it gives you that culture as well when you come. It's like, I'm very mindful of what I do. Even when people come around or I have guests, I am that kind of person, you know.
Yeah, and that's one of the massive things about this space is that we are all living together.
Absolutely.
Like in a space, like we work together all day.
Yep.
And the kitchens and, you know, the bathrooms and the shower rooms and the gym and the Pilates, all the spaces that we have.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to respect each other's you know, you don't know everybody yet. No. You know, you will meet people here and you will meet everybody eventually. Yep. But until then, it doesn't mean that you don't respect each other and each other's space. And that's really important. To make sure that, you know, that everybody's professional, everybody stays professional. People come in from the outside and that, you know, they see a really professional environment.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean that everybody's not smiling and not happy to be here and not making everybody welcome.
Right.
And that's the whole thing about this place, hopefully, is that, you know, you're welcome, Isaac. Podmatic is very welcome.
Right. I was welcome before.
But also, you know, your daughter's welcome.
Right.
You know,
my son's been welcome.
Your son's welcome. You know, people are welcome. Their dogs are welcome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the whole family environment. Yeah. And that's what we are about.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I felt welcome before I ever even showed you a single thing of what I've got.
Yeah.
Like, all this stuff is like after the fact, like just the courtesy and the respect that you showed me has had a lasting impact on me. And I'm like, you know, for people that are founders and directors and things like that, I'm like, oh, wow, you can have this woman who's, look at what she's done, because what you've done here is nothing short of amazing.
Oh, thank
but
you.
But then you're like, humility, and you just put yourself down, and it's so admirable.
Well, I just treat people how I would like to be treated myself.
I will tell you now, Helen, in case anybody hasn't told you, it is refreshing. And that's partly, I think, what's given me the confidence to even bring this space to life, that accommodation, to be like, okay, you can do this, you can do that.
Well,
and
this
look
space
at the amazing
is amazing.
Stuff that can be born.
You deserve to have a very full space because this space is great. Yeah. And, you know, from meeting you and seeing what you've done, you can tell that everything's very professional.
Yes.
It's all beautifully done.
Thank
really
you.
Nicely set out. Yeah. The kit's amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that I can't wait to see the finished product.
I can't wait. And I was going to say as well, I am literally excited for the work. You know, I've been telling people I can't wait to get to it.
I bet.
Because, you know, the way I've set it up is I'll be working sometimes odd hours. I'll be here on Saturdays. I'll be here on a Sunday.
Because it's your thing.
Yes.
You're excited about this thing.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And, it's not just a job, is it? This is your thing.
Yes. I was saying, you know, when you're in business and you've bootstrapped and you've put your own, you have to be willing to have that flexibility. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to burn out or anything like that, but I understand that I have to give to this thing to succeed. But I'm so glad that, coupled up with the way you've set up this space here, the fact that I've got 24/7 access,
24/7 access,
security that allows me to also be able to function my business in that manner. So if an opportunity comes up at an odd time, I know I can come here to do the work. And I think that's one of the most invaluable traits of here for me personally. That works perfect for me.
Yeah, brilliant.
So,
so all the best. And I can't wait to hear the finished product. Yeah.
I was thinking, should we leave the other one for another time?
Well, maybe so.
Because it's been a really good chat. I thought it was going to be short, but there's just like so much going on.
Yeah.
But
this is you and me, though. This is how we roll.
Of course, that's how we roll.
We all start talking, and then like 2 hours later, it's like,
oh my God, how long has it been going? No, with that one, I'm going to try my best to get work going there. So I'll be doing some giveaways very soon. Our relaunch is coming up on the Friday.
Okay.
I've invited a couple of people that are potential clients that are going to support.
Brilliant.
So with that, after though, I'm going to do some giveaways of the different sets, and part of that is what you said. I'll get somebody to come and film it, how I do work, and then also the actual of every facet of the space. I'll try and get something that I can present out there, because I think, as you said, it really is important to get the actual finished product for people to be able to see that.
Just like little snippets. And like, I'm so excited. I've told so many people about your business and what you do, and how, you know, even if you just think about like, you could help every single business I can think of.
Right.
You know, every single business
people
I can think of.
No, this is the best kept secret.
all it needs though is somebody to say, this is how. You know, and actually, when you, I don't think for what you do and what you're going to put out there, you are in any way expensive.
No.
right? So,
Pretty reasonable.
but you need to, because people will see all this and think, "Ooh, that looks expensive," because of course it is all expensive. But what people need to understand is that it's not expensive.
No,
yeah,
pretty affordable.
But they need to know how it gets done.
Yeah.
And what they're going to get in return.
Yeah.
And I think that because it's the unknown, it's so new.
It's like,
that
what is
if
this?
you can just hopefully we're going to have little snippets so that we can send them out to people and go, look at this. This is really helpful. This is really useful. Yeah. You could send this to clients. You could send that to clients. Just give them your top 10. What's your top 10? Yeah. What can I do for you? Top 5. Yes. All those things, Yeah. I think that would be a real winner.
Good way. Yeah. And I was saying, I will put out an extensive price list.
Yeah.
What you've said as well, how it's actually done, I'll put that in video form, as well as the different bits of product to be able to put out.
Yeah.
But I'll say the final one, the really good one, the consult. So usually, if you reach out to me and you want to find out about the pricing, the process, or whether or not it's actually viable for you, I don't charge.
No.
So if you reach out to me, and even if it's on the phone or on a virtual, on a Zoom, I actually love them, because what happens when I speak to people, they actually realize how much more I can do for them and their business. So I think that's another way that I just need to get that out to people, to be like, look, if you want to have an initial consult where
consultation is really good idea.
Yes, I just give you an idea of what we do, and then if you now want to have a proper one where I actually show you around, you see the space, I show you an example of what could be done, we'll take it from there. But yeah, so that's another one, in that reach out if you want a consult. We could do a short one, 10 minutes, Zoom or call if you prefer, whichever you prefer. Have a short conversation, and I am happy to
and people need to know before they consult you, then they need to know kind of what they want to get out of it.
Yes.
What do I want from my business?
What are you looking to do?
Yeah, what am I looking to do? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But most importantly, I'm here to help. As I said, I am end to end, which a lot of people don't do. I help you with the process, planning, production, pre-production, execution, set up. This is quite involved, actually.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
And that's why, when you say it's affordable, it really is.
Yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck.
You do.
Definitely.
But for me, I am so keen on getting the right product that I feel like if I didn't do that, and then you come in here and don't get the result, then what's the point of doing that?
Exactly. And I think that once you start, then
once it gets busy,
because I think word of mouth is a big thing for you.
Yes, definitely.
Pardon the pun.
Word of mouth. There we go.
Word of mouth. I definitely think that once it gets going, it could literally snowball.
Absolutely. I do too, and the thing that gives me so much encouragement is my experience here at the Junction, and then also the way this thing has come together.
Yes,
because it was all in my head before, and sometimes you can put something together and it doesn't turn out how you planned in your head.
No,
but this, I think the pictures don't even do it justice.
No, I don't think they do. I think it's amazing.
When
space.
You're in here,
it
has got a life of its own, it's a presence, and partly it's thanks to yourself, the accommodation, the support that I get, and as I said, I am really ready, driven, and keen to put out the work. I was actually saying to one of my clients, I was like, for me, I want the work to speak. I think partly,
your enthusiasm speaks,
right?
And I think that if you can put your enthusiasm in, and it comes out of your podcasts, whoever it is,
and it begins to show,
then absolutely they cannot fail.
Nah, thank you so much. That encourages me
a
lot, because there are times when it's slow, and
of course, and when you're on your own, that's a really good thing that you're in an environment where there are more people, so that you can bounce off those people, get a smiley face back, which is important, isn't it?
Absolutely. Helen, listen, it's been an absolutely brilliant chat. Thank you.
Loved it. My first one.
I loved it too, right? I can't wait for you to bring your people on the sofa. And when you're ready for a chat, or rather the people that you know of your experience, please spread with them.
I will spread the word.
Yes. And then obviously, as I said, in this space, there's so many options for people. We can always see which option suits them the best. And then out of the about maybe 10 variation of things, they can choose which way they want to
and do mixed, varied, whatever they want.
Absolutely. However they want. So if you're coming, especially if you show a commitment, because we do monthly packages, 4 months, 6 months, if we're working for a long time, this is pretty much your oyster, it's your home.
Yeah.
So you get a lot more out of it than if it's just like, short term and that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, planning is mainly
very important.
Very important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also, the first one's not going to, light up the world.
No.
But actually, if you keep putting them out there and keep getting more and more people listening, more and more people listening, that's how you get your tribe, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what we're prepared, geared, and ready to go.
Yeah, so, brilliant.
Yeah, Helen, thank you so much.
Okay, well, signing off then from the Junction, our first podcast.
I know, right? Amazing.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
All right.